Warren Groen. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Council. Thanks for the opportunity here. I guess I'd like to start with this donation, this political donation that we made. I don't know if it was voluntary on the part of the city. If it was, then I'm upset. If you were coerced into it, I guess then I'm more upset. But if it was voluntary, I guess I'm fine with it when my property taxes become voluntary. If the president was here, you know, to man the sump pumps and help us in a natural disaster, great. Bring him on. He's the president. Let's honor him, take care of it. But it's a campaign stop. And at that point, I don't think we should be making campaign donations. But if it is a new policy, I'd like to book the commons. And I won't be coming to the helicopter, so I don't need the waste management trucks. But maybe school buses would be nice, you know, for us to have a rally. But no, I'm just kidding. I don't want the commons, and I don't want the rally, and I don't want the school buses. But I don't want to pay for him to have them either. He's got the money. That's what we raise money for campaigns for. I think we ought to leave it at that. So we'll drop that one. You just heard Mr. Earing talk about the Great Bay Estuary challenge that the city is facing here. I don't think I have to say to this city council, beware of the EPA, because you are aware that you need to be beware of the EPA. They're part of this Agenda 21 Granite State Futures project that we're talking about here tonight, and I strongly recommend that we don't get involved. And I'd like to give you a teeny little example. My brother and I are builders in this town, and building homes, and Larry Hammer came to us, used to be the building inspector in town, and said, you know, you guys are building Energy Star homes, you could just well be part of the program. And we were like, what's that? So he explained it to us, and so we said, okay. So we signed up, and we thought, well, this is a great program, you know, they come in and test the house, and if we tested well, they'd give us some incentives, and we thought, well, this is cool, you know. But then pretty soon they came up with some new standards, and we were like, wow, this is a little bit draconian. But I went to a meeting, and there was like 50, 60 people at the meeting talking about, okay, these are the requirements for Energy Star for your home. And then the next year they ratcheted them up some more, and there was maybe 20 people at the meeting, and I was just at a meeting last Thursday, and there was about 11 people there. And the reason there's 11 people there is because people are running like scalded dogs from the program. Okay, and why are they running? Because they are ratcheting up the program, and they're saying, by this year, you have to cut your home heating costs by 15%, and then it's 30, and their goal is 50%. And if they can tell us how much energy we can use to heat our homes, they're going to be able to tell us how much energy we can use to drive our cars. So good luck with all your Priuses after that. But here's what this program, this is a little excerpt from that program. When you build a new house with the Energy Star program, this is coming from the EPA. Right now it's a voluntary program, but the voluntary stuff from 5 years ago is now in the New Hampshire Energy Code. So I can see it coming in 2013, this new Energy Star stuff. So your bathroom exhaust fan will have to produce X amount of volume of air out of the bathroom, but it can only use X amount of energy, so it has to have a very efficient motor. And if you know how bathroom fans are sized, they're called zones, and a zone is how much noise your bathroom fan makes. And I'm sure you're all familiar with how much noise your bathroom fan makes. Okay? Well, if you can't hear your bathroom fan, it's either broken or it's a super quiet one, and it probably produces about 2 zones of noise. The new requirement is it has to produce 1 zone or less. And so I asked, why? They said, well, if it makes too much noise, the homeowner will turn it off. So now we're into behavior modification, as well as social engineering, courtesy of the EPA and the federal government. Okay, so this is a voluntary program that I'm participating in, and I'm thinking about bailing out because it's getting really sickening. However, the reason I'm telling you this silly little story is because this is what HUD and the EPA wanted to do to you. They want to use behavior modification on you guys. Okay? They want Rochester to dance to the little tune of the exhaust fan story. And they want you to do it quietly so the people can't hear. Because otherwise they might turn you off. I think this is a bad idea. A couple years ago, I was looking to buy some rental property, and I was down on Brochu Court. And this is to address the sustainability part of this Agenda 21 and Granite State Futures. While we were looking at that property, I noticed the house across the street had a big sign about how much money was going to be spent fixing it up, and I ended up looking in the paper and seeing how much. I think it was part of this NSP program. And I believe, if I remember the numbers, they're going to spend like $240,000 fixing up a $100,000 house in a bad neighborhood. And I'm great about rehabbing old neighborhoods, don't get me wrong. But $240,000 on a $100,000 house, to me that's unsustainable. That's what this program is. It's unsustainable, and I urge you to reject it, please. Thank you.
GrokTV.